Pull up your socks and be ready. Law Prep has entered into the reading comprehension section. Yes, the English section, reading comprehension base. The new pattern of CLAT is now considered in detail, looking into it with the microscopic eyes. Reading comprehension based passage when CLAT gives us, and what is inference, what is assumption, what is the analogy relation here, what is a synonym and what is this and what is that. This is answered by students using their reasoning. So in fact, if you believe, critical reasoning and English go hand in hand, and that is why English section, when we focus on the inference, or what is the writer trying to say, what is the deduced meaning, what you, in simple words, this is not a complicated term at all, what you take out the meaning, what does the passage offer you the meaning, and this is done by your intellect, your mind, your wit, and this is what I'm going to explain you today. Don't feel at all hesitant to ask as many doubts you want to relate to inference, right? And I'll be taking simple sentences and then turning to complex and then to compound. This is a general rule of English: simple, complex, compound. So we will draw the inference and we will take care of it that you are able to understand. And first let's talk about what is inference. This is something, every student, it's hanging on their mind, it's hanging on their head, how to take out the meaning. You find it various questions. What is the writer trying to say? What is the inference drawn? What is the main idea? What is the writer's scenario in this passage? You have done in your right from your kindergarten till class 12. Central idea, gist of the passage, main idea, crux of the matter, what is the writer saying to, what is the writer most supporting and least agreeing. These are some very common questions in English. And so let's begin with our inference. The most important question comes one, and that is, what is actually inference? So when we turn to what is inference, let's take first the question, what is inference? Now, inference is a logical derivation. What is it? It is a logical derivation. Logic meaning that you take out, you derive. Derive means you take out the meaning. Right? It is a deduced part. It's not deducted. Don't make it deducted, please. The words and the letters have different meanings. It is deduced based on the deduction, because it is based on deduction. There's induction reasoning and deduction reasoning, must have heard of. Yes. If you're not able to understand a single little thing, do ask. Whatever doubt crops up in your mind. It is a partial conclusion. It is not the entire conclusion. You can't say the main idea. It is just a partial part of it. From 2 lines, you're taking out a meaning from it, but it is not the main idea of the passage. It has an implication of CAT, means like we have a cause-effect relationship. It has a cause and effect relationship. It has an implication, implies. You can see this word, infer, implies, deduced, can take out. These are some very common words we use with this. It is not directly stated. Please note, students, it is not directly, but it is there. It is there. You just have to read between the lines. So it is something which is a logical derivation, it is deduced, it is the deducted part, it is the partial conclusion, not the complete conclusion, it is the cause effect. This is going to, this happens, this is going to be the other thing. You are studying, so the effect, you are going to clear CLAT. You are preparing your vocabulary very strongly, you will be able to do all the synonyms, antonyms correctly in the passage, right? This is the effect. Now, it is not directly stated when you say you are watching watching vocabulary videos of CLAT, you are watching the English series regularly. Did I say that you're going to clear CLAT? No, but the implication is this is going to help you and naturally you're going to come out in flying colors. It is just to, focus on what is the writer trying to say. That is why you have to understand what is the writer saying, what is the writer's main. We read the main idea, from this main idea we conclude it, but it is not the final conclusion, it's just a partial part of it, right? Now, when we have talked about it is a logical derivation, you take out the meaning out of it, you deduce the meaning, this line says this, so it is this going to happen. So in that case, I was talking of your hard work and your CLAT preparation and then clearing CLAT. Let's see further the other ideas that we can take out for the inference. So, it is, for this we have to understand the central idea. First step, you have to understand the central idea, that is the gist of the passage. Main idea, central idea, crux or gist of the passage, you have to understand. For this will help you to come to the partial conclusion, so simply. It is a minor conclusion, not the major conclusion, but the minor. We have used either the word partial conclusion because this is hypothetical. It is just a surmise. It's an anticipatory one. Please note, it's a guesswork. It's an anticipatory. अगर आप ऐसा करते हैं तो usually ऐसा ही होगा. It's reached on the basis, reached on the basis of the evidence and reasoning. ये reasoning पे based होगा. That is why I told you it's total reasoning section. It is not the focus of the argument, but it can be derived from the argument. That means again, it is a derivational one. You derive out of it. To draw valid inference or to draw valid conclusion, you draw valid idea out of it. ये आपका conclusion होता है. You draw infer from it. Always check whether you have enough information to support the claim or not. Check that you have enough information, you're able to do things in the right manner or not. Be careful of the extreme words like all, never, always, only, exclusively. I'm making a box and highlight. What I mean to say, beware of these words. It doesn't mean you have to use these words. Please note my point. If I say boys are girls, so all boys are girls? No, this can't be. Boys are never like girls? No, it doesn't mean that. It is, some boys may be behaving like girls. Some boys are hardworking like girls. Or some lawyers are talented. Lawyers are cogent, scintillating, erudite and learned. Do I mean all? Do I mean never? Do I mean always lawyers are talented? Or only lawyers are talented? Or exclusively lawyers are talented? My sentence doesn't mean so. So when these words are there in any choice, any of the multiple choice of word, what you have to do? A big cross. No, this is not my answer. Beware. Don't jump to hasty conclusions, as haste makes waste, and come to the right inference out of it. So eliminate such choices, don't use some choices. So you will come to that partial conclusion, it will be based on the main conclusion, you will derive a meaning out of it, and you will come to the valid right answer. Because you are drawing a valid inference, so this will be equivalent to a valid conclusion. If your inference is right, your conclusion, your passage, your questions are of course going to be right. Now turning to a further part in this, because this was a theoretical part, I'll discuss with you many passages more on it. An inference is a minor conclusion following from any part of the passage. It is not the main point of the passage as discussed, I talked about, not the main idea. It is likely to be true. Make a box again, beware of the words, and it is not going to be true. It is true, but it is likely, supposed to be true. It is not a must-be true statement. It's the not compulsorily, right? Not compulsorily. It's not a must that it should be true. It is likely to be true. For format of English questions, especially English questions that come up in CLAT, and as CLAT 2020 gave, and we are expecting for 2021, beware of these words. Take these words. What is the writer? All of them mean the same. What does the writer infer? What does the writer imply? What does the writer suggest? Or what could be most likely to be true? All of these four would mean the same, that is infer, imply, suggest, or most likely to be true. This is going to help you, not only help you, but help you to infer the passage correctly and come out with all questions correctly done. I'll come up with the passage after this. So it is to come up with, I can't miss my vocabulary of English. You know, I'm such fond of vocabulary, and I've made my students also so fond of vocabulary. So it's a conjecture, it's a speculation, it's a surmise. In simple words, if you don't get it, it's a guess or a hypothetical supposed statement, an extrapolation of it. You are guessing. Right? You are guessing something that lawyers always win the case. So lawyers are cogent. Right? This is an inference drawn. These synonyms have to be kept in mind while you are drawing the inference, and keep these words in mind, that is infer, imply, suggest. This word says this, so what would be the meaning of this? What would likely to be true in this? Now turning to a simple passage as a simple thing that we can link with it or relate with it. I hope you're getting it. You're marking the words. Please jot down. Don't forget it. Don't forget to take a screenshot and make your notes, make your points systematically, perfectly when you're doing the inference questions in the English section. Now, when we come back to a short little passage here, right, the first one, simple one. Bad roads cause accident. Simple question. What is the question? Bad roads cause accident. There are many bad roads in this area. So if there are bad roads cause accident, there are many bad roads in this area. So what do we draw? I'm taking up a simple line to explain you what is inference. So what is the inference that we draw? Accidents are likely. Notice this word likely. Likely to be true. Right? You remember this? I talked about likely to be true. Right? So this is likely to happen on these roads, means many people can meet with accidents on these roads because these roads are in a very bad condition, and when there are bad roads, this is likely to lead to accidents. Taking up a shorter one. It is cloudy. This is the rainy season, and it rains whenever there are clouds in the sky. It is cloudy, it is rainy season, and it rains whenever there are clouds in the sky. So if it is cloudy today, that means it is going to rain. This is the inference that I drawn. Likely to be true because it's cloudy, it's rainy season. Whenever there are clouds, it rains. So what is going to happen today? It's going to drizzle, it's going to rain, it's going to be downpour. Yes, this is the inference that you draw from this. A simple little lines, these simple little conclusions add one after the other. See, Rome was not built in a day, and these short little lines, these small little lines are going to help you to come to a bigger passage, which I'm going to take up in the next class, right? Keep your fingers crossed and wait next for the next inference video. For tomorrow, thank you students for today. Thank you.